fmtraining.tv. My name is Margaret. I'll be your broadcast engineer for today. I'm here with the wonderful Nick Hunter. Nick, how you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Today we're going to be covering a really fun topic, mostly because I think a lot about global variables. I don't think so much about global fields and what you can do with them. Today we're doing understanding global fields with Nick, which will be fun. With that all being said, if you'd like to support the channel, we greatly appreciate it. We have our FM training annual subscription bundles. If you've gotten this, thank you very much. Seriously, it means a lot. Helps keep the channel running. These are basically very detailed videos, short form videos animated that cover a variety of specific topics on the FileMaker platform. So FileMaker Server, FileMaker Pro, FileMaker WebDirect, pretty much any you could think of, we cover and talk about it. People who watch this can very easily begin to make their own databases and decisively carry out their own solutions. With that being said, Nick, what are we doing today?
Hello. So what we do today? So hello everybody. So online and so watching us every day religiously. So what we do today, we do the global field. So we're going to work through all the global fields. Okay, so it's an interesting topic because global fields exists in FileMaker since the beginning. Okay, and over the years the behavior have changed, right? And especially when we switch from our local hard drive file, the file local in our hard drive, right? And then we switch to server. So that was FileMaker 5. Okay, so in FileMaker 5, global changed a little bit, right? And then we over the years, global field didn't really change, but we changed the way we use them, and that is with FileMaker 7, because we got those multiple table stuff that we didn't have before. The table management, and so we had this, and we have relationship that much more evolved. So the way we use the role of globals changed, when 7.0 came. We were using a global field for other things that just store data. Okay, they were more useful for the workflow. Let's say more than the data management, it was more for workflow, like gets found set and use filters and stuff like that. So we got so many things over the years after 7.0, right? The poll filter and many other things like this, and we were using global for other things. So globals. So this file now is in my hard drive. Is there, right? This is a file, right? Is on my hard drive. And I create a global field. This is a global field. So how we set a global field is that easy. We go here, we go storage, and we click here. Okay. Okay. So forget about what they say here, because this is the definition of global field for FileMaker 1.0. Okay. So because now they need like 3 pages of explanation of what global fields do, right? But I'm going to explain to you. Okay, so when I put something here, like hello, I put something in the global field, right? I have 8 records here, right? They are available on 8 records. If I change here and I put this, right? If I change one of it, if I change any record, right? This field on any record, if I validate this, boom, I got the same for all the record. And for all record, this is available. Okay, it's exactly the same if I had done this. If I had done this, right? This is the same. But there's one thing you need to know. Here, Doing this on all records, I create an index, right? So I had index. If I search on this, if I search, now I have an index. Here, I will never have an index because it's not really a replication of the data like this, right? It's just that the same data I put here is now available on all record, but I didn't duplicate the data. Here, I duplicated the data, right? Doing this. Here, no. I just have one storage stored, right? And then it's available to all records, but doesn't mean it has been replicated. But it's the same because it's available, right? So this is the first thing we need to know. So let's delete this. I don't need it. Okay, so now what happened if I close the file? It's closed, right? And I reopen the file. It's still there. It doesn't go when the file is local on the hard drive, right?
Okay.
It's not on the hard drive, it doesn't go. It stays. If I say hello, I close the file, I'll reopen it, it's still there. Okay. Now, something you might not know, and I'm pretty sure many of you doesn't know that, okay, is that globals are context free. What that mean? Context free. Free because a context is this. This is a context. I have an occurrence and I have a context here. Let's say I have multiple tables. I have table A, okay, global field A, great, okay, and I have table B with a global field B, okay? So now I have three contexts, this one, correct? Okay, so now, I don't have any relationship, right? I don't, right? I have no connection between those three contexts.
No.
So let's open, so let's open a new window. This is table A, and I have records like this, right? And a new window with table B, and I have new record like this, right? Okay, so I have two contexts here, table A, table B, and I'm coming from here, right? So now I can do this, do a script from here and do a set fields on table A, right? And do a set field on table B. Correct? And I'm starting from this context here. I'm in global, right? So I'm here. Let's have a button. And I'm executing the scripts from this, which I can name. Okay? So I'm here in this context. I have this one here, and I'm going to say set global. Okay? Boom. I don't care about the context. You can set a field, right, directly from any context without any relationship. And even though what you can do, you can even go to an unrelated table. See, it says unrelated table. and do it from here. Unrelated, correct? So this is unrelated, unrelated.
That's kind of wild.
I knew many of you saw a little poll online. Who knew about this and who didn't?
People are typing. David said that he knew. Some people knew. I didn't know, to be honest. So
Okay, yeah.
yeah, Mike
So
said not me. So there's a mix. Like some people know about it, but definitely.
yeah, I'm not surprised. Like half of the people didn't know. So now you know how freaking good this is. And now you know why I'm using many globals, because this is cool. I don't even care about having, you know, a relationship. I don't care. I can set a field, right? And it's available. So that means now, right? For example, in table A, let's say I have the length. Okay. I want to know the length of the global field, right? And the same here. Okay. So now look this. So I'm here. I'm setting a global from another context, right? And here is going to give me how many letters I have in the in this field, right? So we will see something changing here, right? So I have no relationship, right? You remember? So I say Nicholas. Oh, yeah, yeah. It won't work because I need to do that a global as well. So I can. Let me see if that works. Yeah. Okay. So I can. It need to be a global as well. Otherwise, it won't work because it needs a relationship if I do that. Okay. So I say Nick, and or I can say mod, right? And boom, it changed. So that means I can have a global here, change the global, and get calculation happening in the other table without any relationship. Okay. So that's kind of cool. So far, this will be a basic webinar, but it's good to get, because many people I noticed this that they ask me why global. You remember, you guys, you asked me why global, why you use a global, why use. So that's why I'm explaining why. So that is the behavior of a global when you have a local field, a local file. But that is not happening often, right? We always have the file hosted, okay? So I need to freeze. I'm going to host. So I'm going to freeze my screen right quick for confidentiality. Okay. So now my file is no longer on the server. It's no longer local. It's on the server. Okay. Right? But you remember, at the moment I have uploaded the file, I had this in my global. I had hello in my global, and I had Marge, and I had Carlton, right? On the global A, on the global field A and global field B. So when I shared the file online, right? I what's the name? I copy the file on the server as is with the global as is. But now is when it's coming a little bit fuzzy. Okay. If I change this, right, and I said Nick, okay, I change the global, correct? So this Nick Hunter and this global, right? And I can do this here. I can say Nick, and I can say Hunter, right? So all my globals, I change them. And what happened if I close the file and I reopen it? It come back to what it was when I copy the file. Always when I close the file, it will come back. The global will get the data I had at the moment I uploaded in the server. So if you want, right, if you want to have blank globals, you need to make sure that the file you upload on the server is free of data in the globals, in all your globals.
Will this have
Now,
global
yeah,
variables too, or just global fields?
yeah. So global variables is different. So it's completely different. So I'm going to, I will have some time to talk about this, but let's focus on the global fields. You see that I had hello, Marge, Carlton in their globals. I uploaded the file as is, and now forever I will have hello, Marge, Carlton by default. Each time I'm going to open the file. If you want to change this, you need to close the file in the server, download the file, change the global, and re-upload the file. Right? That's what you need to do. So that can be confusing sometimes. That's why I'm pointing out that you need, what's the name? You need to know about this, because if you use global like I use, in relationship and stuff like this, you need to ensure you have the default data you want in the global field. Otherwise, you can have bugs, right? Because you need to make sure that your globals are set the right way, right? You understand that? So do we have any questions so far?
I don't see any at the moment, so I think you're
Okay.
good.
Yeah. So if I change the global, whatever I'm putting in the global, I'm putting in the global, it will be available to me until I change the global or I close. It will be available, right? It will be available in script. It will be available in calculation. It will be available on anything, right? So now something we need to know about the globals, right? So this is very, very important. I'm opening another FileMaker. So let's say it's another client, right? So let me freeze this window again.
Oh, we do have a question, by the way.
Yeah, okay. So
You automatically clear
yeah,
global
go ahead.
in script?
No, you don't clear them. You set them at the beginning. You have a starter script that set them. I'm going to show you an example. I'm going to open a file and then show you. So now I have two FileMaker, right? Open this one in this FileMaker, which is the 20, and I open this one in FileMaker 24 or 21. Okay. So it's like having two clients. Okay. Two different person, two different clients. Okay.
Okay, got it.
Let's say here, yeah, I'm putting Nick Hunter. And here, yeah, because I clear it. See, I put hello here. I put March here. Or I clear here. So those two are completely disconnected. what is available to me here is for me only. What is available here is for this one only. You understand that? That means it's completely independent per session. We call that opening a FileMaker session. So you open a session, that means you have a client and you say file open, and you have another client in another computer. He said file open. There's two person, right? Two people, right? So the global are available only for that user. That's why I'm using global most of the time for, let's say, custom relationship, right? And I'm going to give you an example. Okay. So let's say here I have, let's remove this. I have this. Okay. So I have this, those names, those contacts, right, are in two different accounts. I have this account and this account. See, the ID is the same here. So I have 4 for that account, right? And I have 4 for that account. Correct? Okay. Now, I want to use a relationship to get the found set based on the ID of the account. For example, I want to use my global field in a relationship. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to use a relationship to establish a I'm going to use this occurrence to get this relationship here, right? So with this relationship, what that will do, okay? If I go there, and now I have a poll, and I want to show the records from that relationship. I want the names, right? And I do the same here. So I have two people, right? I have 2 people, correct? So the first, I want this relationship. I'm putting that here, that ID, and that will give me those names. But you see here, on another client, I have nothing here. It's empty. I changed here. I put something here. So this list is available to me, right? Let's say I'm going here, right? I'm going here, not this one. And I'm selecting the other one, correct? And I'm putting this. See, I have 2 same field, same layouts, same file. I have 2 different data here, AB37, 341B3. Boom. I have other names. Same layout, same file. I have 2 different names. If I blank this is untouched. If I put back. If I blank this, back. See? So now you know why I'm using globals, especially for filters, stuff like this, because I don't want to happen what I'm going to show you. Let's say I'm not using this field as a global. I'm not. Let's say I'm not. So I'm turning off the global storage, right? Of course, I'm losing what was there. Okay. And look what happened now. I'm selecting that contact, that account, and I'm putting here. It is no longer a global. It is no longer a global. If I paste this, look what happened. Am I on the same record? Oh, I wasn't on the same record. Okay, hold on. Is available here. If I blank it here as well. Like this is available here. So that means if I decide my filter to filter these accounts, everybody across throughout the network connected to that database will, will have this problem. So imagine you do something like this. Imagine I'm here, I'm this guy, and I want to search for these people. Boom, this guy too. But if at the same moment I want to have something different, right? And I put that here, it changed here as well. So we don't want that to happen, right? That's why when you do globals, if you put that a global again, of course, you lose the data you have inside. Be careful. You lose the data you have. No. In that way, you don't. Is when you switch off the global. When you switch on, it's not. So now I have this guy here, right? And now I have this guy here. So, and if I blank this, it's not. So that's the biggest difference between with globals, right? Correct? So do we have any questions so far?
I'm unclear what he means by 2 different clients. I'm assuming it's 2 different people in the same company using the file.
Yeah, on the network. On the network, you have multiple clients. You have 10 people using FileMaker from different computers, from different offices, from different location, but they use the same data. They use the same file. So this is 2 different people. Imagine that this and this are 2 different people. I can't simulate this because I have one screen, so I need to show you this, right? I can show you another way, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I said 2 different clients, it's 2 different people on the same network, right? We all use this on the network, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that means if somebody in the accounting office change that field, and I am in Greece, the other side of the planet, but I can change the field as I want, and that won't affect what the guy in the United States in the accounting office is doing. This is available to him, and this will be available to me.
That makes sense.
Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So that means I can do whatever I want. I can filter this the way I want. It won't affect that guy. They're the same. It won't affect that guy. So I can have 2 different. The poll give me 2 different results. It's the same file, the same relationship, the same server, but 2 different people. So whatever is available to one people, right? It's available only to him, right? That is how global field works on the server, right? On the network. Understand? Is okay? Do you understand?
The person's on YouTube, so they won't be able to respond in a timely fashion. So if they don't, please ask a follow-up question,
Yeah,
and I will let you know.
Okay.
You can keep
So,
going.
okay. So now there's many advantage of the globals for many things. Okay, so I try to give you an example. Let's say I have a table A here, right? And I want the table A to I want the table A to be linked here the same way. I put here and I'm putting the ID of the account, the same way. So let's name this table A. Okay. And I want the same with the table B. Table B. Correct? So far, so good, right? So that means now I can have access. I can dictate whatever this will do and whatever this will do. Correct? For example, in this one, okay, I'm going to say number of record. Okay. So that means I want the count. Remember how many contacts I have with this account. So I'm doing a count of this. I'm counting. Okay. So I'm going to that will give me the count, right, of this. And I'm doing the same on the table B. I didn't do any rehearsal on this, so I just make up right now, right? It's something I just make up. So, but I want make sure, since I have some time, I want to make sure that I can do that. Right. So I'm here and I'm here. Okay. So now remember this global A and global B, right? Now I'm going here and I'm going to go here, right? And I want to know how many records I have here. Setting this here. Okay, it didn't work. I know why. This is because I need a trigger. I need to be able to trigger that calculation. Okay, so that means this global here doesn't exist in this. It exists in here, in a global A. Okay, and from the global A, I have from the table A, I have a relationship that goes there. Okay, but I need a trigger. I need something to trigger that calc. So I think if I did this, so I'm adding a trigger. Remember this technique I'm using? I'm putting this field as a trigger. And then I have this. And it didn't work because it's a global. No. Okay, so I need to find a way to explain that. Yeah, forget about this. It's going to get too complex. So the idea is that I can do something else. Instead of doing this, let's show a portal with the names. Okay. Okay. So I have two contexts. I'm in globals, okay? And I'm in table A. I'm setting this global, right? Right? Or I can set this, it changes, right? So, but at a distance, that means I am here, I don't have a connection between this and this. I don't. Correct? I don't. But from here, I can set this global that is involved in this relationship from here. But if I don't have a connection from here and here, it doesn't matter because the globals are context free. That's what I want to show you, right? Correct? And I can do the same on table B. Right? I can do the same on table B. So if in table B, so I have two tables here. I have table B and I have table A, right? So I have two tables. So now if I take this ID and I paste here in table B, boom, it changed here, right? But I have no relationship. That means from one context, right? I can set a field, correct? A global without any relationship. Remember, this here is on the unrelated table. So I have no connection, right? I have no connection between this and this, but I can set a global and then I have the relationship here gets initiated based on what I've sent from this location here. So that means it gives you the opportunity from, let's say, from that context, right? Let's say from that context, from here, you can set those two globals, right? And then you can initiate a script, for example, right? You can set a script that go to layouts, table A, set fields in table A, counts from table A account. I want to know how many accounts I have, right? And I can do the same with table B and do the same for table B. Oops. Right? I can have this. Save this. Okay. So I can say, hello? I don't know. I have a spinning wheel. Oh, okay. I did a new script. Oh.
FileMaker was having a moment.
Yeah. And I can do this. Okay. So I have 4 records here and 4 records here. So let's change this. Okay, because I want to have, let's say, I'm going to add an additional Ken. Do I have Ken? No. Yeah. Let's do this. And another one. Why slow suddenly? Okay. And another one with but I have it. Okay. So I have more. Okay. So just for the demo, right? To have different numbers, right? Otherwise, I will have the same number, so it won't. So here, I initiate the global from a context that I have no connection, right? So I can do this, and then I can have the scripts set counts, okay? Right? So look this. So I have this. So now I can have this, 4 and 6. But the relationship, I didn't come to that. I didn't come to that context and change the global. I changed from here, right? And I can do whatever I want. I can, if I just delete this one and put this one here and set counts, right? It says 0 and 4, right? Correct? And I can come here and put back here, and this is initiated here, and now I can set count. So, for example, if you want to do something like this, know how many counts you have and stuff like this, you can use a global field as a relationship, set the global with the ID you need, and then you have a relationship that is on the other side of the map from this one, right? And then you can do that without any connection. Correct?
That makes
So
sense.
that's why it's cool to have globals, right? And what is going to surprise you is this: I've done this in this context. Everything I've done here is from one client, but this guy here is still have Marge, right? It's not, it's not affected with what I've done here. Not affected at all, right? So I can do something else. Even in table A, even in table B, right? I don't have this, right? Correct? So I can come here and do something different, set the counts, and now here in table A, I have those people. But here in table A, I have those people on 2 different computers. Same field, same relationship, same everything, right? And here I can set the, right? You understand what I mean? So if you didn't understand, ask me and I will explain more.
There is a question. So on a relationship, the side in which we cannot use a global field is the right one. Let's say destination, correct? Question mark.
In the relationship?
He's basically asking about, let's say in an anchor buoy setup, the side in which you cannot use a global field is on the buoy side.
No, you can't, because it's not indexed. So let's do a demo. Okay, how I can do that? Yeah, because that's something I never do. Let's say I'm going to do the difference. Okay, so let's start from table A. I'm going to table B. Okay, so I'm going to start from table A. Let's say this is the anchor, and this is the buoy. Correct? I don't know how buoy, like this, right? No, buoy, like this. Yeah. So, and what you want to do is to use whatever ID here, right? And, no, I don't need to do that. You want to do this, for example, from this to this, correct? But here, what happened if I do this? So let's open a new layout from the anchor, okay? I know this is, when it comes to relationship, everything is fuzzy and it's hard to, it's hard to explain, but I try. Let's say I'm doing this, right? And I'm going here and I'm going this. So yeah, but that will work. But anyway, so if I'm here, right? And I have both the same. On table A, I have this one, right? And on table B, I'm putting the same. Okay? So on table A and table B, I have the same ID. Okay? What happens if I go there? I'm in anchor and I'm going to buoy. And I want to do that. Okay. Yeah. How I can do this? Let me create a table A. Because I have nothing on table A. I have one relationship. Yeah. So, but the problem is, we cannot have a relationship that goes to a global field here, because this is not indexed, right? So it won't work. I have no idea how I can show this. How I can show a relationship that do this, because it gives the appearance that it works, but I think it will get you only the first record, because if I put a let's say I put a portal here that go to the buoy, and I want those two, but here I have nothing. Let's say I have this. You return one record, the first. That's all. Even if I go to table A, and I have 11 records in table A, right? And see, in table A, I have 11 records, and it doesn't give you anything. So if I have 3 here and 4 here, see, it doesn't give you. It gives you the first, which is this 4, 6. Table A, no, table B. I need to go to table B. Sorry. If I go to table B, I have 4, 3. No, it works. It works. But it will give you all the records, you know. It will send you all the records. That's what it will do. I don't remember how we can do that it doesn't work, because it's a global. So here it will send you all, and even if I put something wrong here, see, it doesn't care. It doesn't care. It does funky things when you do that, right? Because this is, I'm in the anchor, right? So if I change this in the anchor, and and so the first record is gone now. If I go to table B, it's complicated because this is a global. So why the first record is gone? It's gone here. So let's put 11. Put 1. Yeah. So it will work. Even if I change this, even if I put whatever here, it will work, because it's like global to global. So there's no, right? It will give you all the records pretty much. Sorry, I never used that situation that put a global to global, but I'm pretty sure that if I do this, if in the anchor, I'm changing this. I remove the global. So now I'm no longer a global. Okay. And if I change this, so this is no longer, it's a normal field to a global. I think this won't work. Oh yeah, it works, but it will send you all the records pretty much. You know, whatever you put, even if you blank it.
Interesting.
Yeah. Interesting, because I never used that combination. I never. That means when you put a field A, which is not global, and here it's a global, if it's empty, both, it gives you all the records, even empty. But now, if I do this, if I go to table B, yeah, we learned things. Yeah, this cuts, right? But if I put back this as a global, well, I didn't know that. Boom. So when you have a global field as destination, whatever you put there and whatever you put there, yeah, it goes away always because, okay. So, right? So whatever you have here and there, it show you all the records. When you have a global as a destination field. Maybe that's a new behavior. Because I had no idea this was the case. No
Yeah.
idea.
No, because Richard, I briefly talked to him yesterday, and he even said that doing this wasn't like nothing would have happened if you line up
No. But
fields on the other
normally,
side.
normally we should get an error, and we should get an error that means the index is missing because there's no index. We should get this. Okay, I can simulate the error we should have gotten. Is this? So I broke the letter. Now it's broke. So let's say I put 111 here and 111 here. Nothing happened. I have nothing here because there's an error. Okay, so I don't know how if I can get an error. Error, evaluation error. If I go here and I said this, yeah, so I got an error. So this error, index missing or something like this. That's why I'm surprised. So it's 2055. Is not even referenced. Custom error returned by the revert transaction script step. I don't know. I don't even have it. What? But definitely that's an error because it can get this. The relationship doesn't work. Okay. Let's do a script. If I go there and I said list set, yeah, I can do this. Show dialogues. So most of the time when I want to see something like this, I'm doing this. So show dialogue, and I said a list of the buoy, and I want this. And if I run, so I'm here on anchor, right? And if I run this, I'm going to get an error. See, I get this. But it doesn't give me the error. But I have definitely doesn't work, right? It doesn't work. and it should have worked with the global. If I put that a global, again, that is really weird. But look, if it works that way, but it gives you all the records. So it's like having a Cartesian link, right? It's like having this.
Cartesian join. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like having this.
Uh,
Well,
2055 is apparently an unknown error.
a non-error, yeah. So that proved that this behavior, there's two ways. This behavior that I never even thought about, either is a bug. It's a bug in 20. That's a good. Let's see if it.
Which one are you in out of curiosity?
Yeah. So which one I'm in? I'm in 21 here.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm in 21. So let's go to 20. Normally this one is in 20. Yeah, this one is in 20. No, 21. 21. So here those two are in 21. Okay, so if I go there, oh, it's there. Here I'm in 20, right? So let's go to the buoy, the anchor. It works. It works. I have no idea. Well, I learned something. I will never have done this. I didn't know about this. I didn't know that putting a global as a destination, other foreign key, that will do that behavior.
Yeah.
But it's kind of cool, but
what would you use it for?
Yeah, I don't know, because in that case I will have used this one, right? The Cartesian, which is the same, right? So it is the same. So you can put whatever here. It can even be empty. It will work. The Cartesian link, it's like no link. It's like, you don't care. Cartesian link is give me all the records, right? But anyway, so do we have any questions? I'm very surprised. So I'm going to do some inquiry here, because I'm surprised that was even working.
Yes. Butterflies and bugs. I do it in a self join and it works. Huh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. In the self join. Yeah. But this is not a self join. I have one table here, another one here.
Oh, yeah. So it's two different tables, a self join and
Yeah.
the same table. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Do global fields behave the same as global variables with a few exceptions?
Yeah. So okay, let's explain. Global variables. Okay. So let's have some global variable here. Right. And then I have another one. Okay. So I'm setting those variable. Okay. But I am in this client. I'm in 20. Okay. So now here I'm in another client. I don't have the variable. Right. So yes, for that, it's the same behavior. Correct? It's the same behavior. If I close, here I have them. Here I have them. And here don't. Right? But here I can have another script that say the same variable. Huh? Here, I have 100 and 200. And here, I have 2 and 1. Here, I have 200. And see the difference?
Yes.
So it's two different. I have two different. If I so here I have 200 and 100, right? Here I have 2 and 1. If I close this file and I'm going here, I still have my variable. That means the variable are available on the clients, on the session. If you close the file, you lose them, right? But when you reinitiate the file, of course, you don't have anything in a variable, in a global variable, because you need to reinitiate them. The global fields, if you reopen the file, you will have the defaults. Let's go here. I will have the default. What was my default? Oh, because I blanked the global and I put back the global, so I lost whatever was there. So I lost whatever I have there because I switched off the global. See when you switch off the globals like this, right? You lose whatever was in the global, even the data you had when you upload the file. Remember what I told you, right? So when you upload the file, you have the default globals, right? But if you turn off the global and turn it back on, you lost that blank the global, even on the layer, even on the network, right? But the global variable work pretty much the same as the global fields. Okay, they are available for each client. So one client can have one set of global variable, and the other client can have another set of global variable, right? They don't interact with each other. So what exists here doesn't exist here, right? It's separate, right? So it's kind of the same as a global field. So now I want to show, before we go, if you have some question, I can answer while I'm opening a file for you, and then I can show you.
For the moment, people have been enjoying the discussion. It was an interesting discovery too, with the because Ovius was like, "Oh, I didn't realize this was going to cause like a big fuss with my question." No, it's fun to explore those sort of things. So we have the live stream. Even if we get an error that I've never seen before. 2050.
Yeah, it's funny. Let me open this file for you. So yeah, I'm opening a file, and then when it's open, I can show you how I'm dealing with variable with global fields and variables, both of them. You know, I freeze my screen on purpose, right?
Yes. The screen is frozen.
Yeah. Because I don't want to show any sensitive data, and
Which is understandable.
yeah, it's a little bit slow because I'm sharing the screen. Even if it's frozen, it's sharing. It's getting there. So when you have globals, because we use globals most of the time in relationships, right? So we use a lot of global as a parent key in a relationship, because this is where you're going to put your data, and then everything will be available to you, okay? And not available to somebody else on the network, right? But at the beginning, when you start when you start the file, when you open the file, you need to have a script that is going to set all your global with the default settings. And I'm going to show you. So here I have a starter script. Okay, when you sign in, this is what happened. And I'm loading my stuff. Okay. So at the beginning, when you launch your system, when you launch your solution, you have a script that set all the globals. This is all the globals that need to be filled in order to initiate all the relationship. Okay. So for example, here I need to have the current date, current date. Here the tax year. I need to have Harris, this, 1. You know, so I need to have all the I need those IDs. You know, those my default document ID. I need to put there. I initiate all the globals, right? To get all the relationship involved. The global, I need to initiate all the global with all the default data for all those global because they are involved in a relationship somewhere. And I want that to have, I want all of those fields to have something. It cannot be empty, right? I need that to make the relationship working. Okay. You know what I mean? So I need all of this, right? So this happened at the beginning, like the variable as well. I have all those variables. I need those variables here, right? In order to initiate, I need those when I initiate the file. I need those variable, right? So I have the privilege IDs. I have the PSOS. See here. I have the clean filter, right? So I need to have all those variables to be there when I start the computer, when I start the file, right? So I have plenty of, in the loading system, even on the sign in, I have a lot of variable, you know, I'm creating my variable here, right? Default layouts, default size window, you know, I need all those variables to be available to me. Something I want to tell you about the variable. We need to when it's about the perform script on server. So let's say you perform a script on server, right? So you have a perform script on server, and yeah, because see, the field A is no longer a global. So he said unrelated table because the field A is no longer a global. If I put that a global again, it won't be unrelated anymore. Boom. And I can edit it, right? It was unrelated because I switched off the global stuff, the global definition, okay? So when it's about performing script on server, okay, you need to know that, let's say you have globals, you set globals here on server, right? So you set a global here on the local, and you have a perform script on server. Like let's say this one, you want to have you want to make this happening on server, right? But I need to set the global again on server. When you launch the script on server, and that's a good topic. I need. Do we have a webinar on perform script on server?
We do. We have a couple. So
yeah. So you can when you do something on server, it's like doing this. Look, I'm showing you. Let's close this. And let's close this. Okay. So I'm setting something here on server, on local, on this file, on this session. I'm setting something here. So I'm setting this. Right? And I said, okay, based on this, I want to execute something on server. Okay. So it will take some time, but I need to explain that, right? So I need to perform on server. So let's say I'm going to perform on server. So I have a new script here. Launch script on server. Okay. And the script on server will be, I have a P source here. Okay. Get contact list. Okay. This will be my script on server. So I said, okay, perform script on server. Okay. And show dialog, get script results. So the script will execute something, right? So the script will go to layouts here and set variable list of contacts, right? And I want to get the list of the table A, I assume. No, this one. Okay. So that's my scripts. You go here, get the list based on this field, right? And return that to me. So, and I make sure that I am here. Okay, so I'm here, right? With A, B, right? I have this list here, but I want the server to return that to me. Okay. So I have another button here. There's a P source, and I launch this. And I click this. I have nothing. And I got an error. And the error is this. I have no error? No, because it's okay. Because you go there and I set a variable. Oh, sorry. Exit scripts. And I need that variable. Okay. So let's go again. I have nothing here. But the script has an error. If I execute that script, it should have returned an error, but it's okay. Because I can't get the list. Why? Because what the server did, it's exactly as opening a file, right? It did exactly this. He opened the file on server and execute the scripts. But the scripts cannot execute anything because this field is empty, because it's a global field. So when you do the script, when you initiate the P source, you need to put back in that field the content of that global. So how we do that? Okay. Well, we set a variable, which is account ID, right? Is whatever in the global, right? I send it as a parameter to the scripts. I go there, I get the account ID from the parameter, right? This, I collect the ID. I send the ID to the scripts via the parameters. The scripts on server receive the ID, set the field global with whatever the account ID, right? And now it will work. Demo. Boom. If I don't do this, nothing, right? If I do this, I get the list from the server because I have this global here, but on the server, the global is not there. It doesn't know what is here because this is available to me only. You understand? So the server doesn't know. So that's why you need to know. You need to tell the server, okay, this is the ID I'm in. This. I need to send that to the script. The script collects it, set the global field again with the account ID that I have here. Go there, do this, do stuff, and then get the result to me, right? So this is very important. That means when you perform script on server, it's exactly as opening a new, it's like doing this, open, right? You're doing this. You put the whatever credential, and there's nothing. So you need to say, okay, put back there, get me the list, and then send back to me, right? So I can do that. I can do another test for you. Let's get another ID, right? Pesos, boom, it changed. Because it set the global. See here, so to make make sure that when you have multiple session open like this, each time you open a new session on another computer, the globals are empty. The globals are without the data you have here. This is available only to you. Correct?
Yes. So this is a question. There's a difference using a number or a text field to relate a table? Question mark.
Yes, that's a difference. Okay, so I'm going to make it clear. If let's use this. Let's use this table A. So this I have text on table A, and I have number table B, right? And I change this text number with this. Okay. Okay. So I have in table A, right? And this table A, which I need, where? Oh, I need to be on anchor. So I'm in anchor, okay? And I'm switching this to text, okay? So now, let's say in table A, because I need to put some data here. Text. And I'm putting Nick. I'm putting Nick here. I'm putting Nick here, right, in table A. And in table B, On the number 2, I'm putting Nick. On number 5, I'm putting Nick. And number 8, I'm putting Nick and number 9. Okay. So I should have 2, 8, 9. Okay. If I'm going there and anchor, I'm putting Nick and I have nothing. Even though, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now let's do something else. I'm going here and I'm putting 1, 1 here, 1, 1 here, 1, 1 here, 1, 1 here. And I'm going here and I'm putting 1, 1 here. It works.
Interesting. Okay, so the number field.
Okay. Okay. Oh, no, that's why I said I need to make the demo because it's fuzzy. Everything that is about relationship is complicated. That's why I have so much, and that's why you have no video whatsoever online that goes that far because it's complicated to explain.
Yeah.
No, it's complicated. It's each time I'm doing this, I'm crashing and burning because it's hard it's very hard to get with example you can get. It's very hard. Trust me. You need to
No,
indulge me with the relationship. I try my best to keep that to a minimum, but it's fuzzy. You can see.
it makes perfect sense. No, Richard and I had a fight the other day. It wasn't really a fight, but I was trying to do some basic portal stuff, and I completely kept like hitting the wall over and over and over again. And he had to sit down and re-explain some basics to me that I've only heard like 100 times. And it's just because relationships are that difficult to actually comprehend, and they can get very complex and advanced very.
Yes, you can get lost quickly. Like here, why I have a text here and I have a number here, right? But everything with a letter, if I put Nick here again and I put Nick here, I have nothing.
I'm
But
guessing
if I put a number, it
number
works. It works
doesn't
with a
cross.
why? Because this field relationship is based on index. Here, the indexing of a number field is indexed on numbers. It doesn't know about N, it doesn't know about I, it doesn't know about C, it doesn't know about K, but 1, 2, 3, yes. You understand? So, and I'm pretty much sure that if I do this, it works. It gets even more fuzzy.
Huh.
I put Nick 11, so I got all the 11 and the Nick is gone. See? 2, I have 2, 3, 4, and 6. 2, 3, 4, and 6.
Huh.
If I put, you understand?
Yes.
If I let's say I put Marge 11 comes. If I put 11,
Okay.
if 11 Rick, it comes. There's 11. He doesn't even care about Rick, Marge, Nick, no. But the 11, yes. If here in the text I put Nick 11 or I put whatever 11, it works. Do you understand?
Yes, this makes sense.
Because relationship works that way. Here, I don't care if it's indexed or not. Proof of it is not indexed. This field, I can even turn off this. I can turn off that no index. Is no index, it works. But if I do this, if I go here and I turn off the index.
Wait, so the index is only required for the buoy side?
Yeah, but the buoy, if you have no index,
Huh.
sayonara, boom. And you will get this error 2055 or no, I don't know. What the error I get here? Evaluation error on the buoy 0. How I can get here? I don't know. But anyway, it doesn't work. Now, watch this. Let's say I'm turning that as a text. Oh, I need to initiate the index. And I'm initiating the index. And here now, I have the real relationship. Because now the index here is index Nick and 11 and March, index everything. So now if I put 11, I have the 11. But if I put Nick 11, I have nothing. But if I put Nick, it works. If I put 11, it works. If I put March, whatever, March 11, right? It works. Because now I have an indexing in this table here. The index here is a text index. This here, actually, instead of type, they should have said index because this drives the index, right? This drives the index. That means in the number, if I do this, I switch the index from text to number. So if I go there, and if I put here, if I say show index, where is the show index? I never go there, from index. This is what I have. It doesn't know about what else. See the index here is broken because it doesn't know what that is. It can't index this, right? It can't. If I put 12 here and I say from index, I have the 12. But here still I have this question mark. If I go there and I turn this into text, now the index is much more complex, right? And if I do this and I say from index, boom. I don't have the question mark. This is what I have in the index.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I didn't really do this, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm using, okay, why I'm doing this sometime, right, is to see how big is the index. Okay? Because sometimes you can get an index that is huge, you know? So this is index. So now the relationship doesn't care. The relationship doesn't read the data. It reads the index. And that's why it's fast, right? That's why it's fast. And even the search, if I turn off the index, off, no index. So now I go here. Okay. And I said from index. I don't have it. Okay, it's gray. It's grayed out because I have no index. And if I want to search here, it's super slow. I mean, I don't have enough data, but it's super slow because it's not going to search on the index. The search, right? So that's why you need to search fast. You need an index, otherwise it's like, wow, right? And look this. I don't have index here, but I don't have a lot of contacts, so I don't have a lot of things here. But I can, I don't know if I don't know. But anyway, if you have a lot of records here, it will get very slow. Oh, I can use the file from yesterday. It was the relationship, right?
Yes. You sent it to me in Slack too.
Because here I have contacts.
Mm-hmm.
Last thing about this, right? Let's say I'm turning on this, right? It's not yet. I said automatically create index, right? Automatically as needed, right? As needed. Okay. It's not there. But if I have like this and I say, okay, I'm search here and I search Nick, I do a search. Now I go there, indexed. It created the index because of searching because I need it. So it created the index. So that's why sometime when you have a large amount of data and you create a field brand new, right? And there's no index in this field, and then you search on it, it takes time because the first time because you need to create an index. Of course, the index takes a lot of space in the field, in the file. So that's why sometimes you get like a big file, like a 20, 30, 40 gigabyte file because you have too many indexes. And I'm going to explain that to you in the webinar where we're going to talk about the importing and a large
week or so.
Yeah. Okay, it was interesting webinar today, a little bit larger than the other one, but
it was a good topic.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a good topic. Yeah, it's quite related. It's quite related. But when it comes to relationship, I understand. Every time I try to get understand the relationship, because it's very fuzzy, right?
Yes. There's a lot of little
details,
things that you don't really think to talk about until you have to sit down and explain it to someone. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Cool. With that being said, Nick,
Okay.
So
Thank
it was for coming.
Okay, no problem. And yeah. And
we'll
I see you next week.
Yep. All right.
Yeah. The validation tab, that will be funny.
That will be funny. Yeah. For the rest of you, I will see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Goodbye.
Okay. Bye bye.